Welcome back everyone, this is GTA Failure. In this video we tackled the next Tony mission, which is called Salvatore's Call to Meeting. So let's first wrap up with the rest of what I haven't yet read from the wiki about Tony Cipriani. So this first bit from the wiki is about lines that CJ from San Andreas has that are quite similar to lines given by Tony in either GTA 3 or Liberty City Stories. So here we go from the wiki. One of Tony's random lines when targeting someone is, quote, "It's my constitutional right, you moron," end quote, which is similar to CJ's line, "It's my constitutional right, bitch," end quote. In addition, Tony and CJ both share the line, "This is going to a good cause, me," when picking up money from deceased NPCs. Another one of Tony's lines in the game, "You do know that I'm Italian, don't you, Don? Not Spanish." That's in the mission Campaign, which is in the Liberty City Stories. Here I'm trying to get a wanted level just to see if I can proceed to the next marker with a wanted level active or if I need to clear it. CJ's got a line that says, "You do know that I'm black, right? And not Chinese." He says that to Woozie in the mission Amphibious Assault. So the line that Joey gives here, the wiki says is recycled from the mission Drive Misty for me. I couldn't verify that. I went through and I went back and I looked at the cutscenes from Drive Misty for me, and I didn't hear this line from Joey. Like how are you or something like that. How you doing? But I could verify what the wiki said about Luigi's line here. When we pick him up, he'll say, "How you doing, kid?" which is recycled from Drive Misty for me. Not just the words, but the actual audio clip is exactly the same as the one from Drive Misty for me. And then Tony is going to say "no fancy crap," which is obviously taken from Cipriani's chauffeur. Okay, so going back to the wiki as we head over to Luigi's. Tony Cipriani's name, his beta name was Tony Fucile, Fucile, and Fucile means either rifle or shotgun in Italian. And then last thing here about Tony from the wiki. It says that Tony's name is included along with the other 3D universe protagonists on some graffiti in various locations in GTA 4, with the messages implying that all of these protagonists are dead. This is an Easter egg included in the game by Rockstar, who revealed in a Q&A on their website that this served as, quote, "a little joke to fans." Here I'm just paint spraying the limo just to see if like the color will change or whatever. It does not. It stays this color. Turns out this is a unique color, so we're going to want to grab a copy of this limo at some point during this video. But here looking at the wiki, at this graffiti from a screenshot from GTA 4, there's a line here that says "Rip Tony," and another line that says "Rip Claude," and references to Carl and Vic, Victor. Yeah, so pretty cool Easter egg here, including Tony. All right, so here we are picking up Tony himself from the last mission marker, and so far nothing has gone horribly wrong. But that's all about to change because the triads are onto us, and so our job is to just get these three guys safely to Salvatore's garage, and the limo has to survive as well. So when I do this in my speed run, I like to pause here just for a beat so that I can get past this the triad van that was coming down the road here and not have it smack into me. Sometimes I try to get a boost from the triad vans, and then you don't need to kill any of these guys or any of the triad vans. I usually just go right through the middle. It can go wrong. I mean, there's a hill there, so if you go too fast, you can fall down the hill and potentially die in the water down there at the bottom. And it's also quite easy for the limo to get destroyed because it takes a ton of damage. You can see how much it's smoking here. So when I speedrun this game, I'm quite careful with the limo during the first several parts of the mission. Well, the whole time, but like I try to drive carefully from one point to the next, just because I know that the limo is going to take a bunch of damage once the triads are after me. Okay, so one really cool thing about this mission, at least I think it's cool, is that this is a Tony mission, and there's going to be several more Tony missions we have to do, and it's possible that there are still one or two Luigi missions that you haven't done at this point in the playthrough, and the same thing, one or two Joey missions are possible to not have been completed by this point. Um, And if there's any Joey missions left over, and if there's any Luigi missions left over, and if there's Tony missions left over, which there definitely are, none of those missions is available until we do the next mission in this game, which is Chaperone, which is a Salvatore mission. You can see the S icon there on the map, because the other three mission givers are all here at the meeting. I think it's just so cool that Rockstar included this detail that once you complete this mission, the three potentially mission giving guys available to you will not give you a mission until you do the first Salvatore mission. And then completing that first Salvatore mission will unlock will allow you to do the next Tony mission and will allow you to go back and do any Joey or Luigi missions that you hadn't done at that point. Okay, so here I am again trying to get a wanted level just to just to see if you need to clear your wanted level in order to move through the various parts of this mission. And I'm playing this in like, I don't know, I think double speed just because it's quite long. And and I don't want this video to be an hour. It looks like it's about 24 minutes or something. Um, so here just to go to each mission marker and demonstrate that turns out you can start this mission with a wanted level, and you can go to the first blue marker, which was back there at Joey's, with a wanted level. But here it says, if I can just get into the marker, shake the cops and lose your wanted level. So you cannot proceed with picking up Luigi if you have any kind of wanted level. So fortunately, we can just go to the convenient pay and spray right here. And then we'll be able to pick up Joey no problem. And then I think I'm going to try to get a pay and spray again. Sorry, a wanted level again before we head over to Tony's, just to see if we get that same message. Okay, so one thing in the ending cutscene, like we passed this mission already in this video, and in the ending cutscene, Tony is describing his mother to Salvatore. Let's see what it says here when we get in this marker. Shake the cops. Yep. So you can go into the Luigi blue marker with a wanted level, but not either of the other two. So here we just get a bribe star and then wait for the other whatchamacallit, the other wanted star to go away. Okay, so proceeding right along. Here it says get back in the vehicle, so you don't need to kill these guys, but I am. You don't instantly fail for getting out of the limo, but the limo is definitely important. It's mandatory to get that limo into the garage in order to pass the mission. Here I'm getting a wanted level again, just to see if I can complete the mission with a wanted level. So I was saying, during the concluding cutscene, when you pass this mission, Tony talks about his mother and says that she's doing well and that she is Firenze, F-I-R-E-N-Z-E. I didn't know this word. I had to look it up. Turns out that is the Italian word for Florence, which is a city in central Italy and is the capital of the Tuscany region. So that's the word Firenze. Okay, here just for kicks, I'm trying to see if I need to be in the limo in order to complete the mission, or if I could just get the limo pushed into the garage and get the mission to complete. Looks like I need to be in the limo because as soon as I hop in, apparently the limo was in the right spot, but I needed to be in the right spot in order to get that, whatchamacallit, the garage door to close. Okay, in the next clip, I'm going to, so off video, let's see here. Nope, sorry, I got out of order here with my notes. Okay, also I'll say that there's no penalty for getting too far away from the limo. You don't fail just because you've abandoned the limo, but you have to be back in that limo to pass the mission. All right, so here we're going to find out what happens if we shoot this limo with Joey inside. Sorry, bud, this is science. Okay, a couple of blasts with the shotgun. And Joey is fried. Why is it capital fried? That makes sense. All right, next up, we're going to try to catch the limo on fire, but not explode it. And let's see what it says then. All right, what's the weapon of choice here? Not this one. I think this one's going to blow it up real quick. Oh, this is, okay, here we go. You've junked your wheels real bad. Get your vehicle repaired. I can't, paint spray is far away. Mission failed. Joey's fried again. Yeah, that line doesn't seem all that useful because like if it's on fire, then unless you're right there at a pay and spray, you're in trouble. Okay, here Tony takes a long, slow walk around the limo, and I am going to abandon the limo here. And it turns out that the Triad trucks come right after me. They don't care about the limo at all. I think the only reason they were going after the limo is because I was in it. Okay, so they took me out right quick there. And so here I am driving the limo off mission. And so what I did off video is I failed this mission by dumping the limo into the water, but not so far into the water that I couldn't drive it out. So you know the place over on the beach there behind the Super Safe. So I failed the mission and I got this unique color limo and I wanted to bring it over to my garage. So it turns out this limo does not fit in the Portland garage. It's just literally too long. And here I tried to get it to sink into my favorite spot here that would maybe drop me right on top of the tunnel, which would have me, I could then drive on top of the tunnel from Portland to Staunton. Turned out I was not able to do this. Maybe I wasn't in the right spot, or maybe this limo was just too long for that technique. So here we are fast forwarding. It's the same exact limo that I failed to get to fall through the hole at the tree. And you probably see where we're going with this. We're going to make this limo what is it called? Collision, have no collision by first starting taxi driver on this vehicle and then doing that funny business over there by the crusher. And now we're going to drive through the blue wall and drive this thing to our safe house. The safe house in Staunton is getting pretty crowded, so we're going to head all the way over to Shoreside and just drop it in there. Nothing special about this limo except for the fact that it is a unique color. I read from the wiki that it turns out that this limo is all proof. So I just did a cut there. It's just a standard drive. I don't know why I was going towards a garage door. I don't need a garage door to be open here in this limo, which has no hit detection. But then as soon as you close the garage and open it, now it does have hit detection, so I can get back in, and it is damage proof, which is pretty cool. All right, so there's the limo for safekeeping. Don't know that we'll ever do anything with it, but it looks cool. It's a nice color. Yeah, so the wiki says that, oh, and then I just refilled my health, I think, and then saved the game. So this is the same save file, just a little bit further down in time. Okay, so here I saw a video of somebody getting into, so I've already started the mission, but I haven't gone into the marker in front of Joey's yet. And so we're going to do this technique to get myself into Joey's garage just to see if the limo is there at this moment, or does it only spawn in once I start the cutscene in Joey's garage. Okay, so let's take a look here. Again, everything here in Joey's garage has no hit detection, except look, there's a limo, and it does have hit detection. Here I'm just kind of showing off that the sunlight like totally blocks the limo. We've seen that before. The BF injection still is just for looks, but let's see if we can have some fun with this limo. Right, so I can't drive the limo through the walls, but I can drive it into Blue Hell, which is just right behind where the limo spawns in, and that will drop me off just outside of Joey's garage. So now I was curious what would happen if I started the cutscene, because in the cutscene, I am supposed to get into the limo, and then Joey's going to join me in the limo, and then the car will automatically drive out of the garage, but the limo is already outside of the garage. So will we get another limo spawning in Joey's garage? No. And you can see Claude there fruitlessly running to the left, and this game is soft locked as far as I can tell. There's nothing to do. I think I'm right now running off screen, running into the wall, trying to desperately get to that limo, which I need. Okay, so here we're going to have more fun with this limo. Like I was mentioning, the wiki says that this limo is all proof. I think that means like fireproof and bulletproof and explosion proof. It's all of those things until the end of this Joey cutscene. And so, I mean, like we saw that this limo took a ton of damage during the part with the where the triads were after us. The limo was smoking when I passed this mission at the start of this video, but it's all proof right now. I wish I would have known that. Like I recorded this thing right here like a week ago, and then only read that stuff from the wiki today. So I wish I would have like demonstrated its all proofness by shooting it to bits while it was here in the garage. Okay, so now we're going to see what happens if I turn the limo around, but I leave it inside the building. So will I be able to find the driver's side door when the vehicle is reversed 180 degrees? Will Joey be able to find a door to get in? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Will I be able to drive the limo out? Lots of science happening here, folks. Okay, so here we are. I found the door, no problem. Let's see if Joey can make his way. Come on, bud, you can do this. There we go. See, he's adaptable. Oh, he gets in the front seat. Okay, and so the limo, yeah. So like I was pretty sure I knew what was happening as soon as I saw the camera slowly panning to the right. So what I think Claude is doing is desperately trying to drive the limo out of this building. And the garage, the garage door is here, it's in the front, but he's pointing the wrong way, and I guess he doesn't know how to reverse. Um, but then I get this it's insane stunt bonus. I didn't know what happened there, but it turned out, I think, that Claude accidentally drove into Blue Hell. And now he is driving slowly outside of the building because he was teleported behind the building. And he's just trying to make his way to the front of the garage. Here we go. You got it, bud. And then I was wondering, like, did that pole soft lock me? Oh, he can reverse. Why didn't he just reverse from the beginning? So I'm not doing any of this. Like, I'm not in control. This is an unskippable cutscene, and I'll get control once Claude is able to drive himself into some invisible marker that's directly in front of the garage door, like outside of Joey's building. So it took us a while. I think I played that in like quadruple speed. It took a long time in real time, but we made it. So all good, and science is saved. Okay, so here I get out and uh, and then I get in. It's quite uncomfortable walking or sitting right on somebody's lap. I don't even know who that is. Is that Joey? Not sure. One thing I pointed out or I mentioned in a previous reading is that in the PS2 version of this game, during this mission, Joey wears his mechanic overalls, but in the PC version, which is what I'm playing, Joey wears the suit. Kind of wish that I would have seen the overalls. Joey, Luigi, and Tony are toast, not fried, toast. I think the writers of this game were hungry. Lots of food references there when you fail this mission. Okay, so here in Tia Fast Forward, just trying to play around with these triad trucks and see. So they are interested in me, but they seem to be stuck in the walls. And yeah, so I could just get back in the limo at any point, but we're having too much fun experimenting here. Um, so what I was hoping to do was to get these triads to follow me maybe over to the crusher, and I could get rid of some of the triad trucks by having them just stop in the crusher and then get lifted up. But they wouldn't follow me. I think that the NPC vehicles just can't come off of the road and follow me to the crusher. That seems what's happening. I guess police cars can get down there, but maybe none of the other vehicles. Not sure. Okay, so here I discovered that if you jack one of these vans, the triad runs away. They don't try to jack it back. They're not even mad at you like the typical triads are at this point in the game, right? Like they're all hostile to me even when I'm off mission. But here I can just stand right in front of this guy. He does not care at all. Okay, and so I think I'm done playing around with those guys. Then we head up to finish the mission proper by just driving up to Salvatore's. Looks like there was a cut there. I don't know what it looked like on your end. I see lots of edits in my little editing software. I use OpenShot. Okay, so here I thought I was just going to finish this mission as usual, but then I think something bad happened here. Yeah, I just just rolled it. Whoops. Get back in the vehicle. I don't think so. That vehicle is death. And then I was like desperate. I knew this wasn't going to work, but I was like, oh, maybe I can push the thing into the garage real quick and have the garage door closed. But I don't think you can get back into a vehicle that's upside down, like that's on its roof. I don't think I can physically get it. All right, so here I'm waiting to get shot up by the police. I got a big wanted level there to see if they could light me on fire, and then I could quickly drive in and get the garage door to come down and heal me. Come on, we can do this. No, mission failed, but no reason down at the bottom, right? Like I died. Oh, it said wasted. That was the reason. Never mind. Okay, so I think that enough fooling around. This is my final attempt at this mission here, and what I'm going to do just for kicks is kill all of the triads that are chasing me here, and also kill all the triads that are parked up at Salvatore's mansion, and we're going to do drive-bys on everybody, and they will all be fried or toast or some other food word. All right, so let's see here. This mission was unlocked by the pickup, the previous Tony mission, but it does not unlock the next Tony mission. It unlocks the first Salvatore mission, which is the chaperone. The reward here is $15,000. Um, you don't need to kill any of the bad guys, but I will kill them all in this my final playthrough. Um, yeah, and I think that's about it. So the all-proof limo here, like I said, I only learned about the fact that it was all-proof until that cutscene earlier today. But yeah, I wonder, like, can I steal it? Like, I think I can steal it, right, and have it still be all-proof. Like, I can do the line runner trick. That was the big truck that I hopped up onto in the back of Joey's garage, and I can go in there and drive the limo into Blue Hell, and then I can ditch the limo in the water, but still have it so I can drive it out, and then I own the limo, and it's still all proof. I'm not sure. Like so, I did that. I did all of what I said there, but then I took the limo and did the taxi driver no hit detection trick, and then put it in my garage in Shoreside Vale, and that made it so that it, I guess, takes no damage. I'm not sure which kind of damage it doesn't take, but it's a standard kind of thing. But I think that like I changed the properties of the limo by doing that taxi driver no hit detection process. So not sure. This mission is pretty good. It's again just a big old fetch quest, but it's challenging. But once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. It's kind of fun to try to survive and get your limo to survive because it does take a lot of damage from all of the triads once they come after you here. Any mission where we get to hear Tony say no fancy crap is a good mission in my book. So one thing that's interesting to me is that this mission is one of few missions where completing the mission giver's mission here. I think I'm just doing a lot of drive-bys. Completing the mission giver's mission doesn't unlock the next mission for that on that same chain. There's just a couple of missions in the game where two different mission chains are like intertwined, where you have to kind of go back and forth from the one chain to the other chain and then back to the first chain. And this is the first instance of that in our game. Okay, so I think we've taken out all of the triad trucks and all the triads so far. The police officer's after me. Got like no front left wheel on my limo. I don't know what's happening up there in the front left of my engine. But just to make it clear sailing the rest of the way, we will take out these trucks with some more drive-by. Yep, all good. And just have to make sure that I'm not too close to the explosions because my limo has already taken a ton of damage. All right, that's one. I thought this other vehicle was going to explode too. I guess we got to give it a little bit of drive-by to help it out. Officer, I'm so close to wrapping up this video. Can you just let me be? Okay, so I think that is all the triads accounted for. Who's shooting at me? All right, maybe I don't know if that was a triad or a police officer. Who is following me? Somebody I can't tell. Somebody was running after me. But I think we are going to call this a victory. And up next is going to be our first Salvatore mission. Again, that one is called Chaperone. I know I did good back there, kid. Okay, 15,000 bucks is ours, getting closer to 7 million. Nice. All right, I think that's about all there is to say about this mission. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.